Alrighty, peace, love, and law. We'd like to welcome everybody to the In God We Trust Academy podcast, and today is our work session day. So welcome back, everybody. We are going to allow about 5 more minutes before we get started. So in the meantime, man, those of you on the social media platforms, make sure that you hit the share button, man, like and share. And let us know where you're from. Drop some ones. Let us know you're here. I know we kind of just popped up on y'all, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What's up? We got Marilyn in the house. That's what's up. Let's go, Marilyn. I know a lot of y'all out there mad at me for the past couple of days, ain't y'all? Y'all be all right, though. They will be all right.
Man, once again, got smoke break on the beat. Turban swag. Lord know my pain, he know what I've been through. How I roll in my weed just to see it all through. How the people was doubt me, now they trying to get a clue. Expecting my fashion when the sauce come through. Never peep my mind because you worry about the shoes. Never hearing they lies cause you worry about the ride. Like, yeah, I know she fine, she got no heart inside. Asking questions to heaven, out here searching for blessings. Dropping ass to cash, trying to run up a credit score. The money show character, but y'all ignore it though. No chess, this poker. The life I was dealt, I gotta play it to the end. I give a fuck how they felt. From trust, love, and respect, we never gonna question that. Loyal to the lie, so we on the same quest. Come sit in my classroom, you can learn a few things. Like we create the money while we chasing these dreams. Like steady living a life that you actually see. Never be a copy cause the people out here be faking. And you are what you eat, so the people be faking. Clone bacon, cock and clone behavior. Looking to be saved by the one who's stressing you. This shit be the life. Like, yeah, I'm my stripes. Yeah, I shot my block, but I don't even own it. Like, yeah, I ride chrome with no high school education. Like, yeah, I'm a subject in my own land. A man with no plan. Survival of the fittest, but they forgot about the wit. Coming home strong, 22 women Smith. Like too legit to quit. From rags to having shit. Popping these tags from Mustang with the rags. I can remember when I only had soap to wash my ass. 33 degrees, no heat with no gas. They rather smoke on weed than to sit with a warm ass. Lord knows. Lord knows. Lord knows. Lord knows.
2 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more minutes. We're gonna be getting started, man. Well, we'll say 5. We'll give like 3-4 minutes. I'm still off of schedule right now, but we're gonna make it work.
Flame on the beat.
100 rounds, I'm a drummer. Run it up in the middle of the summer. 100 pounds came in. 100 racks is a counter. 100 rounds, I'm a drummer. 100 packs came in.
Shout out to Cali in the house, Baltimore. Yes. Let's go, man. How y'all feeling out there today? Y'all can hear me loud and clear in here.
Loud and clear. Feeling good, man. How about yourself? Congrats on the new one.
Appreciate you, man. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am tired. But gotta keep going. Alrighty, man. I think we got most of everybody we gonna get in here today. I know a lot of people. Some of y'all just like, let me see if we gonna try and see if they in there today. That's what y'all did, didn't y'all?
Yep.
Let's see if we can get in today.
I try regardless, okay? I come in class regardless.
Maybe he gonna be up today. Let's just go in and see if we can get in there today. I know that's real. Yeah, I know that's real, man. Just been like getting used to this new routine and stuff, man. It's beautiful though. It's been so much since the first day of February that's been going on for real. From entering in and out the hospital to birthdays, anniversaries, and just a lot, man. But it's all been a blessing. It's all been beautiful. It's all been God gifted, and I just been cherishing every moment. And then, like I say, like I still keep telling people like I ain't smoked. I ain't smoked at all, man. Good thing. Lost about 10 pounds too since then. But we here, man. We are here. And if you know me, like for real, man, I probably ain't been without it in about 10 years. For real. It's been a long time. About 10 years for sure. But not one day without it. Because I always have it. But I'm just, I'm really excited about the new adventures and everything that is occurring right now. Shout out to MNRP for becoming a Moroccan government and nation as well. I don't think y'all understand how powerful that is and what has been accomplished for us this year. And I'm all about growth and growing, and I'm always open to learn more, to know more, just doing my studies and, and when you somebody that sits where I sit, like you have to go study. You have to you still have to make yourself a student to the knowledge when everybody comes to you, like, you know what I mean? So I'm always having to watch and look and see what's going on and study and a lot of that. So it's always a great thing to be able to do as well and just advance ourselves and grow. And that we have done this year for real already. 2025 is alive. Is it not? 2025 is alive. Straight up, man. I done made a bunch of enemies on there and you know what I'm saying? I done made a bunch of enemies in the past couple of days, man. I do a lot of country versus posts, like, for sure. I keep telling y'all that too, man. If y'all out there and you are into creating content, be controversial. Don't pick a side. Just be controversial. You can say things and just post. It'll help you out. It'll grow your fan base because people like to argue. That's what people wants to do. They like it. Whether they know it or not. I see people that never comment on serious matters that I speak of. But when I say certain things that trigger them, they're like, I gotta say something to you. And they act like I care. I do not care. I don't even operate the same anymore for me to even care, for real. So that's another thing. But, I do it because I know you guys still operate in that manner. So, just to give you guys some guidance and how to move around if you're going to still be, under and dealing with the United States the way that you are. We no longer have to do that anymore. as here in MNRP. So it's just a grand step that we made. It's beautiful, and I'm glad that God saw fit to choose us to make that step and to place the knowledge and wisdom in here. But again, I'm not going to leave you guys alone or whatever. I'm still going to be here with you and, show you different things and how to still maneuver when you are in those particular settings, right? So I hope that helps you guys. This is going to help you guys out even more. I just turned the volume up. Maybe y'all guys can hear a little bit more. But yeah, so let's do it, man. Let's do it. We're gonna get started. We're gonna hit this record button and let's. This is called Work Session Jump Start because we need a jump start. We've been down for a couple of days. So we'd like to welcome everybody to In God We Trust Academy Work Session Season 5 here today. And we always give thanks for each and every last one of you for always participating with us and, your patience. Man, listen, I thank every last one of you guys who has had patience. A lot of people haven't. I promise you, it's crazy. It's a lot of this, a lot of that. But hey, I promise you, I will give you your money back. It is not everything around me. Personally, comes first. I will give you whatever you need back and go on about my business, and I could care less. I promise you. Because when you stop caring about what I got going on, I could give a F about what you got going on. Seriously. And, people will pull and tug on you, etc. So make sure you guys out there creating your boundaries as well and stuff like that. So you don't have to, deal with certain stuff because when you in this, people want what they want and it's like, it's just their problem. It's not what you have or anything of that nature. So just keep that in mind. But I'll praise to Almighty God for everything that has transpired up until this very moment right now that allowed us to be here at this very moment and to speak on the things that we're going to speak on, to continue to move forward and just know that there is a greater divine power. And we give thanks for that, for the free conscious state of mind, to be able to think for ourselves, to be able to act for ourselves, to have sovereignty over yourself. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Okay? Everything that you hear from this point on is going to be for educational, religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor, as I am here to speak from my religious experience and truth with you guys here today. All right? So, with that being said, do we got any testimonies to start off with today? Anybody got a testimony? Do we got some testimonies? What's up, Mo? Talk to us.
What's going on, brother? How's everyone? How's your family, man? And congratulations on the newborn.
Man, thank you. Everybody's great, man. Everybody's in good spirits. Baby's great. Mother's great. She's doing her thing, and so everything is wonderful, man. Thank you.
Good to hear, brother. Thank God for that. Well, I don't know if it's a win. Sometimes last weekend last week I was going home and I ordered an Uber, and this gentleman picked me up. And as we just struck conversations, and this guy happened to have some court issues where they basically an attorney coming after him for like $40,000 and to repossess his vehicle, and the matter has been going on since November last year. And basically, that very day that I met him, I would say like 2 days later, there he had a trial at the court to basically give the vehicle back, and basically they would order a judgment against him. And then I had to do, my little 2 cents. He sent me the documents, and I seen it, the summons documents. They were like photocopies of the original installment agreement, and we put all those documents together and whatnot. And I demanded all the proofs. So as soon as he walked to the court, they wouldn't let him file it because they said it's too late. But I just basically told him to just state these things. Your Honor, I cannot move forward, proceed until the original documents are produced, which is the wet ink signature document, blah blah blah, and so on, and proof of authority and delegation of authority, chain of titles, all that. The attorney, he was just shocked and he didn't know what to say. And the judge said, okay, we're gonna move this case to April. Come back April. So she basically stopped the whole court case, and now they said they're gonna reschedule it for April.
Yeah, they got to reevaluate everything. So that's definitely a good move, making them have to pivot. So yeah, for sure,
Exactly.
it's headed towards a win as long as they stay on the right track, for sure.
Right,
And
right.
you always meeting people, so
I know,
straight
but
up,
I just
congratulations
love
to you
helping
on
people,
that.
bro.
Huh?
And plus, I was not supposed to be home that day. I don't know, for some reason, I just came and I just said, let me just go home. It's just 1 hour away, and I just came home for nothing, and I found this guy, and I found myself working all night. And this guy said, "Bro, I want to learn." I was like, "No, there's a group, you can join. I can refer you if you want."
Absolutely, absolutely, man. That's great though. I'm glad you do what you do, bro. So appreciate you.
No problem, bro. Anytime. Thanks to you.
All righty, man. So let's talk. I don't really have anything to plan today. Like I said, this is a jump start, and somebody just jump started it for us, man. Boy, boy, boy. We get to make an example out of somebody by the name of Robert Purdy. Say, hey, Robert Purdy, everybody.
Hey,
What's
Robert
up,
Purdy.
Hey,
Robert?
Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert
Hey,
Purdy.
Robert.
Robert.
Hey,
Hey,
what's going
Robert.
Hey,
on, buddy?
Robert. You wanted to be the face today, and I got a little time. So,
Got
and
some
I'm
time
and I'm
for it.
glad I get to say this because I'm going to explain this on a level that people not even, don't truly get to understand. So let's see what Robert had to say today. Robert said, "Why would a true man not put every black man on to better himself without your goal being money?" Robert, don't you know that we do this shit for free right here, right now? Did you know that,
Free,
Robert?
Purdy.
free,
Free
free, free.
Did
99.
you know that, Robert? That's why you're able to look and see and hear now. It didn't cost you a damn dime, did it, Robert? Boy, y'all talk out of ignorance sometimes. But let me say this, Robert. Why don't you just come over here? Like, we need help doing some stuff. I need to wash my truck. I need you to do this for free now, Robert, out of your time. Okay? We got other things we need done around here. You guys need something done, guys? Do any of you guys need anything done?
Got some extra
Robert
shit needs
wants
to
to
be
do
done.
I
free
I
need
got
my
stuff.
Hell
plenty.
walkway
yeah.
Right over
shoveled
here,
because
Robert.
it's
You got
I
enough.
snowing
got pair of socks
yesterday.
I
So
need washing.
whatever.
And I need salt put down because
You
it's
gonna
ice
find
on my
fault?
stairs.
Come over here.
Yeah, tell Robert we need him. Robert Purdy, everybody got something for you to do, bro. I promise you. So
Rob, you're on the wrong side of the fence. Get on this side of the fence.
so I'm just saying, Robert Purdy. First of all, though, I'm not a black man. I'm a Moroccan national. I'm more. Black is a color.
Boy, we're not black, colored, African American.
Black is
You
it's
damn
a
right.
black is a term that was given by an oppressor. And black also deals with ethical things. It does not deal. See, actually, we are white because we are from origins of Africa. Did you know that? And if you didn't know, you need to go study a little bit more. So this is this should help you a little bit. Go look at what the census say about black and white, and then you decide if you're black or white, Robert. You get what I'm saying, Robert? This is what you get to do, man. And we love it. And the thing is this: I'll never understand. See, now I'm fake. But I never understand. See, me as a grown man, this is what grown men do. Bro, I would never give my time to somebody that I have a problem with. I would not call them. I would not be on here if I felt like somebody was fake. And this goes to everything that's going on because we want self-autonomy so bad. We want these different things that we want to be able to do, but we lack the knowledge, okay? In a lot of things, right? And the first thing we lack the knowledge in is one, be observative before you speak. Because
Right.
obviously you don't know me. So you need to observe. See, real men, if you're the head of your household, observe before you do any damn thing. That's the number one thing that you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? And This is what we have to do, and this is what we've lacked in so much is observing our environment. People are in a system right now that they have no idea about. Simple. You know what I mean? Nothing. They have no idea what it's about. If we could ask you some questions, Robert Purdy, we'll take some answers. I wish I can get you online here because I could prove my point that half of the stuff that we're going to speak on here today, you have no idea about it. Right? So it's a lot that's going on right now within the United States. A lot of people angry at Donald Trump for doing what he's doing. And you know what I realized, guys? A lot of people just don't want to know the truth. And when it comes to truth,
Bingo.
people are afraid of it. They run from it. And it's like, you take whatever. You take whatever from this situation that you want. But the number one thing that everybody needs to understand is this. You got a choice to leave. See, this is where that sovereignty comes in with yourself. It's a freedom of what, guys? Choice. See, you have a right. See, and this I want to speak on this today, seriously, because you have a right to abolish a government that you feel that is acting in a oppressing way to you or as a tyrant to you. You got that right as people. You get what I'm saying? And with that being said, it's just insane for people to complain and bicker about things that you don't even fully understand the Constitution. So that's why I say we have to go back to the base foundation of everything. If you go back to the base foundation of the U.S. Constitution, then you will see that, well, it's for the people, and it's the people's duty to uphold and protect the rights. It didn't say the government officials or the whatever. No, it said that the people need to be mindful. And the only way that it's going to work is if what? How is it going to work? You see what I'm saying? How is it going to work? You have to understand that if you start something and then don't put the energy into it to keep it, what's going to happen, family? What's going to happen? Nene, please mute out for us. We got background noise coming from you.
Phil.
Exactly. It's going to crumble. And this is what you're seeing. So like everything that you're seeing is being the ignorance of the people is being exposed. Like, yes, it's being exposed of what they've been doing, but it's also exposing how ignorant the people have been about their situation when it comes to the United States. Right? It's a full exposure of everyone, not just the public officials that they expose it. It's for everyone because one, you didn't know this. You didn't even keep watch to know this, right? So if anybody feels, and this is a question, what would you guys do if you felt like Donald Trump was doing something wrong? What should you do if he's acting in an ultra virus way? What should we do, family?
Call Warren Toll.
Call Warren Toll. Why is that?
Warren.
So Isaiah, you answer for us. Tell us why we should do that.
Shit, because if you see something wrong, that's the only way to make something happen. At least from my research.
Exactly. So the quo warranto is literally to question the authority of individual, wondering, what did you get the delegation of authority to do what you're doing? That's what we want to know. I haven't yet seen anybody pull out a quo warranto against Donald Trump yet. Have you?
No,
They're lost. They don't read or study, man.
So the question is, now, we got to think about this, though. There are a lot of people in those type of positions that don't like him, correct? That are politicians. So why haven't they done a quo warranto yet? And they know the law, correct? So ask yourself, why haven't they done one?
Because he has full authority to do what he's doing because he's moving in the right way, in the right capacity.
Come on now.
That part. Yep.
Think about it. See, now you got to remove all emotions from this. All of it. You see? All of it.
I'm pretty sure the judge just said that it is constitutional if it benefits the people.
Always. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to always be in the benefit of the people. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this actual situation, you got to start seeing deeper than what they trying to show you on the surface. It is to make you argue. It is to make you do this. I seen where they got rid of what? The Department of Education. Do you not know that y'all finna have free education now?
Oh yeah.
That
You
means
go to
before
Germany.
it's all over, all your student loans, etc., all that stuff finna be wiped out. Why? Because they're gonna find fraud in it. For number one, that's definitely finna happen. But or if it's already happened. But again, here comes free education. Here comes free lunches for everybody. See, it's going to be done on a uniformity level. But again, you got to start asking yourself, how does it benefit charging? And I want y'all to think, if you're running a nation and you want your nation to be the best that it can be, why would education not be free? Why would the best education not be placed in every single solitary school?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Why would healthcare not be free? Why would not the best healthcare be placed in every single medical facilities? Why would we not want the best specific medicine out over and over? So you got to start thinking about this in this particular way, because now this is where we're finding all of the problems. Like they've been paying people Social Security that's 180 freaking years old. That's insane. Remember, dead people voted during Joe Biden's term, right? Dead people.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying about the we got to clean up us. We got to clean up the mentality of the people. You have to clear your mind and start getting back to understanding. Read the Constitution. I don't know. Most of these people haven't read the Constitution since they had to read it in school to pass a freaking test. And then it was just to remember it to pass it. It had nothing to do with truly understanding what is the powers of the people. And then we watched them create statutory laws that violated the people, correct?
Completely go against the Constitution.
And this only happens because of the ignorance, right? Because of the ignorance of the people still. It's insane. And again, like I say, if you don't agree with it, all y'all got to do is just abolish the government. Start a new one. How do you even think the United States started? I said something the other day, a couple months back. I know y'all remember. And it was on the movie National Treasure. And it's funny because Nicolas Cage said, yeah, we're celebrating the day of treason. Where if these guys would have lost the war, they would have got hung and all kind of different stuff, right? And I thought about that. I was like, wow, it is a thin line between treason and freedom at that point for them. So if that is the very same thing that those people fought for, which was they abolished the government to start a new one, and then warned you about the same thing throughout the Declaration of Independence, the preamble, etc. What are the people doing? You know? Think about it. What are the people doing? Do y'all understand what I'm telling you right now? So y'all have to ask yourself a question like today, right now. Is this really what you want to do? Like, is this really what you want? What do you truly want out of this whole entire situation, man? And that's something serious, man. Brother Robert, you got something to say? Or Hutch, one of y'all? Any one of y'all got something to say? I see y'all hand up. I was trying to make sure.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to say, man, keep doing what you do, bro. Congratulations on your family, man. You know, I've gotten a lot out of this, and you know, congratulations to my brother Robert for even turning me on, man, in the first place. Man, forget the detractors. People gonna always say stuff, man, you know?
Yeah, that give us a better way to teach, though. We love it. We
Yeah,
used to
man. Just keep.
dieters, we used to protesters, we used to the one that's try to confuse. Man, listen, I got I got thick skin, bro. We've been joning, talking about people all our life. I could care
Yep.
less. But I'm just showing you what people don't know. They don't take the time to fully absolutely read. And it's like we have to fall back into that into the situation. Like, okay, even now, when it comes to, promissory notes, for everybody literally thought the money was being given to you by the bank, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you find out that for every person that deposits money is literally a creditor and the bank is a borrower. And that the bank take the depositor's money and it does what? Make forms of investments and it gives you 0.001%. That's insane, right?
Right.
So how
Right.
bad are, and not only that, they'll charge you a certain fees for not moving your money for you. They charge you certain fees, so they constantly taking, draining from you, correct?
Oh yeah.
And then
Correct.
I said this, okay,
Right.
now if we are going to be observant, then we should look at those we talk about. We talk about the 1%. But if we want to talk about the 1%, are we truly studying the enemy? As we say, they're the enemy. Okay, well, are you studying the enemy? Now we got to ask ourselves a question. Does the enemy go to the banks we go to and borrow money?
Nope.
So what did they do?
They get whole life insurance
Whole life
policy. They got
insurance.
other
They
apparatus.
went into what? Private banking. So we got to ask ourselves, and we want to chase that bag so bad to where now we think that people should do something for free. Like, hey man, I don't got the money to do this and that, but won't you do this for free? But we'll get up and go buy some bullshit they know they don't even want. Ain't even gonna last long. Probably did all the Christmas shopping, spent thousands of dollars doing this. Valentine's Day don't mean a damn thing. Seriously, don't mean shit. And literally was a massacre if you go back and read the history of it.
You
Pretty much
drop free
every-
game though. That's the thing.
You say what now?
You drop free game on here. It's just like
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just telling you, like, the mentality of the people though. Like, this is what it's come to. Things that matter. Things that are something that's going to excel you to the next level. We don't care about it like that. But shit that don't matter, we willing to go spend bukudos of money, dollars, on some roses, stuffed teddy bear, and this and that. Roses die the next day. Teddy bear ain't even in existence no more for real. It just been given to a child or whatever the case may be. I'm just telling you, like, this is the mind of the people. The people have become full consumers. And here you have a president of the United States of a federal corporation who's saying, hey, let's make America great again. Well, the mindset of a lot of people said, hold up. You trying to go back to slavery? No, we're trying to go back to being industrious. You consuming every damn thing from every country. You're not, everything has been shipped overseas for you in the form of industry and in the creation of the factory. That's insane. That's why people are starving for a job. And then they found out that you guys are making millions doing what? Creating content. Now they want to stop that shit. They want to throw in the algorithm. They want to do this. They want to do that. It's a constant way of control for you, right? And this is what we're dealing with. This is exactly what we're dealing with. We got people who are putting entertainment and fun over over business. Over serious things that matters. Like I say, every family should be set up like a government itself. Every last one. You should have your family law. You should have your own form of private health care insurance for your family. You should have your own private banking for your family. Why is this not the focus of the people? See, we should be fully focused on building compound interest at all times. There should be more group economics. There should be more group things happening.
it's not encouraged in this country. That's why
You
you're
see?
doing what you're doing. You know, this is next level, man. Really, what this small group that gets together, and it's unbelievable, man. Like, you know, what you're doing, this is not really a lot of us into it in terms of the population at large in this country, let alone the world. And then when you think about that movie, The Matrix, man, we're really in it, man. And you're like Morpheus, and shit, people didn't like Morpheus.
They didn't like him. Even the people that was on the outside with him didn't like him. If you go back and look at that,
Exactly.
they didn't believe in what he believed in, but he just kept showing up, right? So, and
Exactly.
when we sit here and then like, let me explain it to y'all like this, and this is for real. I've been really studying like on the Negro, and the Negro. Go back and look in every freaking great war, whether the Negro was used as a slave or warriors or whatever, it was because of us that we won, that you won. I don't
Yeah.
care where you want to talk about this at. Seriously. Every single freaking time. So why you think Hitler said what he said about the Negro people, about God's chosen people? Because when you look out throughout history, those people are always held captivated. Now, every people come from these particular people, and they want these people based upon their what? Ancient knowledge and information. It's coded in your DNA. Some of you guys can do things that you don't even know why you can do it, but you can do it naturally. Some people can just naturally play the piano, got an ear for it. Once they learn the key, the tone, boom, they playing it within a couple weeks. Don't even know why it just happened. I just start playing one day. I got family members like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never read a note, don't know how to read a note, but just jumped on the piano and played.
Genetic memory.
And we can pull from that. If an elephant can remember all the way to its ancient ancestors and everything that they've been through, ooh, think about the pain. Think about the power that you have. You got the same ability to do the same thing,
Right.
to pull from certain knowledge and et cetera from our DNA. And I'm saying that because, again, a lot of people don't understand like where we're from, what we're doing, today.
Well, they're blinded, man, with I mean that's a no, you know, mental health is a challenge, especially when you know the distraction, like you said, the algorithm, man, people scrolling. Everywhere you look, somebody's got their head down. And most of the time they're on these social media apps, man.
Right,
And when the
right.
stuff that they're looking at has absolutely nothing that is gonna really benefit them if their life, and if it does, they're not acting on it because they're constantly scrolling. It's a trip.
Facts. We love you, Robert Purdy. Just
Hey,
want you to
I'll
know.
step down. I just wanted to just say, man, you know, keep doing your thing, man. Appreciate what you're doing. I'm learning. I'm learning at my pace. And in fact, I got to get some things out, man. I'll step back and let Robert speak. Appreciate you though, bro. Congratulations on your baby and your family, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Mr. Bishop, my great brother? What's going on? Can you hear us, bro? He might be busy. He'll come back. But yeah, man, I just it's a thing for us. Like even for African Americans, like I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I keep saying you don't know that you had self autonomy, so you don't really know what you lost. You don't really know what you're looking for to have it. That's the thing. You don't know that. They know that. They know what you had. They know what you lost. That's the situation. You don't. And you're going to always be and remain by as foreign subjects. I mean, as subjects, right? And that's the situation. And you guys gotta really start understanding that, what God said is so. Like there is a natural order of law here, guys. If the ants, I want y'all to think about this. If the ants have sovereignty, ants right now, you can go whole ant pile, right? And they have what you call a colony, and they have their own order and structure of law. Pretty much, I don't know pretty much, but everything does, even plants. They have their order and structure of law, right? Everything does. Then you get to you, and it's not there. You're not aligned with the natural. You see what I'm saying? You're not aligned with the natural events that are taking place. The number one rule is self-preservation. That's why every child grows up and says, I want to do this myself. I can do it. Let me do it. I can do it. I don't want your help, right? Ain't that what they do? That's called
Autonomy is a
self-preservation.
masterpiece.
It is to be self-preserved, self-autonomy. They want to do it themselves, and it is a natural instinct to know. You suffer because of this reason. You know? You suffer because of this reason. No, guys, we're not going to counsel Mr. Purdy. We love it. I love it. So y'all just let this man comment. Let him say what he say. I'm getting paid by this dude doing this shit. So let him run it up. So we not worried about it. But here's my point. We have to understand where we're at and where we're going. Right? You see, and this is what I'm saying. You have to learn to remove emotions from all of this. Think. What is it that you're missing right now? Even when it comes to trust, you want to set up trust. You don't have self-autonomy for your trust. You want to be able to control your own property, etc. Everybody want to say, okay, well, show us how to set up a trust. Easy. Here, I'm going to say, Brother Robert Bishop, I'm going to give you $500 for the benefit of Camille. That's a trust. And all I got to now, if I want to make it in the form of express, I can say, okay, well, I want this to happen with the particular money, etc. We just set up a trust that fast. So a trust is not hard as you guys think it is either. You see what I'm saying? Trust is everything. Trust is this body. The fact that you was given life, that's in trust. You're entrusted to follow the natural order of law. That's trust. We are the divine trust. We are proof of law. But this is a spiritual check that we have to get back into, right? This is a spiritual check. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Correct.
And once you understand that,
Sir.
it makes a world of a difference. World of a difference. What's up, Mr. Bishop? Talk to us.
Man, my bad, bro. I was in another place, right? When you was calling on me. You know what? I just want to thank God right now, right? For everything that He's doing in all of our lives right now, right? You know, just to give y'all an update right now on
Talk to us.
the foreclosure, right? So, those who don't know, right? I was able to do I did an emergency TRO, right, which actually stopped the foreclosure with granted. So I've been doing all my research and homework when it comes to this, when it comes to the instruments, when it comes to the promissory note, when it comes to the deed of trust, right, and understanding kind of title and all of it. All these things has a major play when it comes with dealing with mortgages, right? And the things that they have to do. They have to do it.
Yep.
Right? If they make one slip up, that's it.
That's it.
So so now I done jammed them up, right? And so what they did is that I was supposed to have a preliminary injunction hearing this week, right? Now I have been trying to study and everything else to be ready for it, right? But I wasn't all the way ready for it, you know? And I knew I wasn't, but at the same time, me being me, I mean, I know that, hey, look, I know I can appeal this, it's a lot of different things that I can do, right? So, but what they did is that they switched it on me, right? I showed up for the hearing, they didn't even show up for the hearing, right? Because what they did is that they moved it, right? Talking about diversity. Well, I had already been researching when it comes to diversity now. So they moved it to the United States District Court, to the federal court. Okay. But I'm fixing to submit my remand right now to move it back to the court that I got it in. Why? Because, the favor that we have in the state court, right? We're dealing with the UCC, and we're dealing with all these other factors, right? When it comes to the state court. Now, they not really prepared for me to even do this, right? Because they figure like, hey, look, I'm just, like they are attorney and I'm just me.
Right.
All right. So the thing is now is that what I have found is that the mortgage servicer, right? I'm completely eliminating the whole diversity deal because not only do they have property here in Texas,
there you go. I was
right?
just about to say this
But
to
they
you. Go ahead.
but they also got Texas business licensing as well.
Got them.
And they are governed, right, by Texas because they do lending as well.
Thank you. So,
right?
Ooh,
So
you
they
hit
so
it,
so
boy. You
so
hit it.
so
Go
so
ahead.
now they hold diversity thing, right? Now you got to turn around and put it back into my court, right? The way I had it at, to where I'm fixing to cut the head off the dragon. You
Right.
see, now also because they're doing all these different things now. Okay, so now my claim, right? Now I got a claim against the attorneys as well. You know what I'm saying? Because these folks, they have to abide by the Debt Collection Practices Act, right? The Federal Debt Collection Practices. They have to abide by these things, right? So they're basically a debt collector, right? Even the attorney, when the attorney sends you something, right, for these other people, right, the attorney is acting as a debt collector as well.
Facts.
Well, if you're acting as a debt collector, you have to have proof. You have to have proof of authority to even collect the debt, right? You have to validate the debt. You see what I'm saying? And the only way to validate this debt is through the paperwork which they have not submitted yet, right? Which is the original promissory note, or knowing that as far as this chain of title, all these different things. So now I done put the attorneys as well as in this, right? So now I was looking at just, hey, look, I just wanted to stop the foreclosure, right? But now I done got it in there for all previous payments, right? Unfair collections and everything else, right? So what was only 100-some thousand has escalated now to over 400,000, which still, you know what I'm saying, relies within my jurisdiction when it comes to the state, right? So it's been, man, you know what?
I just want to say, man, like
I'm
you
crunk, boy.
nailed it.
I'm crunk right now,
You
man.
nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it about what I was even finna say to you, because I'm like, okay, so if you got to go make a diversity citizenship, how was you even able to do business in the state in the first place?
And then I found,
So
and
I'm
then I
glad you
also
said
found
that.
I found a registered agent as well. So, and all of these
Ooh.
different things that I found, right? You know what I'm saying? A previous case, from the OCC or whatever, right? Yeah, all that, all those are going in as exhibits and everything, right? To help prove, right? Because see, that's the thing, we have to actually prove everything. They switched it without even having proof. You know what I'm saying? They switched it to them. They didn't have to have proof. They just switched it.
Facts.
Right? But we have to sit up and do all these different exhibits and making sure that we lay the foundation and we're entering things into the court and all these different civil procedures that we have to know in order to even do these things, right? Because even though you got all of these facts, you still got to know how to submit these things, right? You know what I'm saying? Or be able to put them on the record when you actually go into the court.
Facts. That's facts. Like I say, it's just the fact that they even tried diversity of citizenship. Like, this is what I want y'all to think of. If anybody try to pull that with y'all, all you got to do is say, oh, so you didn't have license to do business in this state in the first place then. So that makes this whole contract what? Null and void, right?
Yep.
Off the rip. Well, how are we redoing this? Because if it's done by Texas law, which the contract is for sure, in order for them to do it there, it had to be done by the state of Texas law, correct? And so, with that being said, hey, you nailed them, bro. They finna definitely have to move that back down real quick.
Yeah, they're gonna have to move it back down, right? And then in moving it back down, we already know they're not going to produce this original promissory note. Then I already got them by the levels, right? When it comes to this chain of title that's missing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, I
Even if
forgot you
they
had
turn
the chain of
around,
title missing. Yeah, I remember you telling me
right,
that. So,
right,
oh
right,
yeah, you
right.
got them, bro.
So
Congratulations, man.
even if they come back and try to have some bogus type of chain of title or whatever, it wasn't recorded within the public records, right? It wasn't recorded into
Facts.
the records, into the property records where the property resides.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So if it's not recorded, it's still invalid.
That's amazing, man. So I'm proud of you, bro, for real. This is like real time for us too. So we know when you started it and you've been keeping us updated on everything. I already know you're gonna win. It's already in your favor. Like you said, anything that they do and slip up on it's over with. They can't show proof of chain of title. It's over with. They never filed for the chain of title. So again, congratulations, man. We're gonna claim that victory right now. For real, for real. Congratulations. But I
Hey,
like what you said, and I like that you noticed it because being observing, that's the number one thing. Observe. Real men gonna observe what they speak. Straight up. And I'm glad you my brother. Real men
hey,
gonna
hey,
observe. Hold on, right quick.
hey, Eric.
So
My bad.
when you do it the way that you did it, it's a win. It's automatic win. And I can't even believe that they tried that. And and in order to collect the debt, you gotta have debt. You gotta have them license for that too.
That too. Yep.
So, man, congratulations to you on that. What's up, Larry? What you got to say?
Oh yeah, to add to that, in your state, they also have to report their losses and gains. So with the
Facts.
Secretary of State. So keep that in mind too when you guys are dealing with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Got you.
Man, that's good to hear, man. I'm excited to hear that you said that again. We can prove so much fraud though when it comes to mortgages, banks, etc. All the different stuff they can never show proof, and we have to be able to direct the court in what it is that you actually want to happen on these. And I always tell y'all when stuff start coming at you, you need to jump out in front of it. Like if they already making the threats, etc., then yeah, you need to move before them. Get to court before them. Do an injunction already. Tell them to come show proof of proof of the original promissory note, etc. Show proof of everything, that we've been talking about over these past few months here. So that's very important. Very, very, very important. So again, I'm glad you did that and congratulations, bro. Yeah. So I didn't get to talk to you guys. I did do a live, but for those of y'all don't know, y'all know I won my case, right?
Yeah, I was watching that on Facebook a little bit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
Congratulations.
sir. Yeah, just like I told y'all. Just like I told you we would.
That's awesome.
And I knew we was gonna win it. I knew it from the very beginning, but I just had to show you like it would I can't even take I myself cannot take credit for it in that nature. I have to give all glory to God because again, you know, y'all when y'all in situations, man, it might look like what it looked like, but man, let God work. Like I said, what is the probable, that this actual situation happens to where the officer messes up court dates, etc., and then they try to use one last thing that came from the probable cause, and the probable cause was dismissed, and then we get to court. Number one, this is another thing I keep saying: the officer was not there. If your officer is not there, and you come up for the trial date, what's the first thing you should do, guys?
To dismiss.
For what reason?
Failure to prosecute.
There you go. Motion to dismiss for failure to prosecute. All right? That's the whole entire situation. Motion to dismiss for failure to prosecute. All right. Now, let's say they go and they try to call and you're the one there, you're on time. Because I want y'all to think about this. What happens if you're not on time and you're not in the court? Some of them won't even open the court doors for you if you're not on time, right?
And they go submit a warrant.
And then they'll put a warrant out on you, right? So what happens if the officer is not there, but they try to go make a phone call to get him there? What do you call that?
Foul. Try to make you accept it.
That's a delay.
A delay.
It's a delay. You have a right to a what? Speedy trial. That's a delay. If they're not fully prepared, et cetera, they can't do that. You see what I'm saying? They can't even ask for a continuance. Don't even let them do a continuance on you. Like, this violates my right to a speedy trial. The prosecutor has failed to prosecute. There's no cause of action here today. Any violation moving forward is a violation against your rights. Simple. And that's all based upon what? Knowing the rules of due process, which we have also studied this year. Right? This is how sharp I want you guys to be on stuff like this, just to recognize it. Like, boom, okay, I see what y'all doing. I got you already. I already know what I'm finna say. And even if the officer would have came there, it's easy, because I was just gonna ask him, hey, what was your probable cause? He was gonna say, well, failure to yield on the right of way. Okay, that was dismissed. So since there is no probable cause here today, case dismissed. Everything else is part of the fruit of the poisonous tree, right? See what I'm saying? Everything else automatically becomes null and void. And remember, it's all about asking the right questions. Now, we also got to remember, all of these municipals, they do what? They benefit from these statutory tickets, et cetera, correct? So if they benefit, what do we call that? It's conflict of interest, correct? Yeah, so now you got to think about that. That violates the impartiality of the judicial system, which is a violation of due process and a violation of your rights. Case dismissed. That's in every municipal court, every city court. They all benefit. So every time you walk in there, that's all you need to focus on. Is the court benefiting from this today? Is the city, et cetera, since the municipal city is bringing the cause of action, then are you benefiting from this today? Because if so, and then you got to realize the money comes from the payroll, et cetera, that goes to the payroll, correct? Of these city officials, et cetera. Mute out for me, Mr. Nelson. You gotta what's the name?
My grandfather won the NFL, the championship in
Victor Nelson.
1926. Yeah.
Please mute out for us. We
Yes,
can
sir.
hear everything. Thank you. So that's the situation. This is where I want you guys to be, even when it comes to like all the promissory notes. Remember, evidence, truth, proof, and law. You win. Truth, proof, law, and relief. You're going to win. You can't forget that. Let that marinate in your mind, okay? Let that fully marinate into your mind. All right? Y'all got that?
Can I add to it?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got to say?
Well, this is regarding that commercial ticket I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
So after filing all my documents, the judge basically issued a subpoena for the officer, which is the Ohio State Trooper. And they also did another subpoena, but it didn't specify what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they set my trial on Monday, this coming Monday.
You'll win. You will win. Absolutely.
I already can smell it, because according to what I requested, I don't think they would want to do that.
And that's just like even for me. I did a motion for the the cameras, et cetera. I didn't get none of that. So I was just gonna say, well, the prosecuting party has already violated the rights. They did not follow due process of law. I put in a motion for such and such and did not receive, et cetera. Like, it's just to know. And I know them. Like, it's so funny because he was like, when I walked up, he was like, yeah, they called my name, they called the officer's name, and then it was like, okay, well, the officer's not here, we're gonna case dismiss. And I'm like, yeah, I already know, you're gonna dismiss this. You told him not to show up. It's over. I knew it was over from the beginning, but that's still the point when it comes to everything that we're speaking on here. Okay. So again, man, I know you're gonna win. Congratulations to you on that as well. And it's very simple. But we have to know the law ourselves, right? We have to know the law ourselves. So even when it comes to forms of when we want to talk about sovereignty or sovereign citizen stuff, one, you can't be a sovereign citizen. A citizen is not sovereign. A citizen is subject to the laws that he agreed to follow. That's number one. Don't ever forget that. And you're only sovereign over that which you create and that which you control. That's number two. Don't forget that. Now, if you want to start really looking into sovereignty, then you have to start looking from what perspective? Anybody? International law.
Constitution.
Well, even before the Constitution, you got to go to above it. You got to go to international law. And international law says the people have the right to basically assemble for their own common defense. It could be by blood and nation, or it could just be for some common reason. Doesn't matter. But that is what happens. And then now these people, their duty is to do what? Create a constitution to the furthest extent that they see fit to govern themselves. The first thing in sovereignty is for you to recognize who? Anybody. Anybody.
Your standing and
you got to recognize your damn self. That's the number one thing. Everybody always look for an outside appearance to look at you and say you're something, but who are you yourself? Who do you say you are? Go back to I am that I am. You know, what did Christ? Christ told you who he said he was. It's the difference. You don't let others define you. You define you. So when you come into forms of sovereignty, this is the actual situation. But now you have to remember, well, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So all people that are here today are still people who were here before. Meaning you already belong somewhere. That's a fact. Right? It's already, you belong somewhere right now. You are a descendant of some form of people, whether you know it or not. For the Black African Americans, very simple. What do they say you're from?
Africa.
What part? What part?
Morocco.
Come on. No, let's say what they say. What part do they say you're from?
American.
Darkest Africa.
West Africa.
Sub-Saharan.
You're from West Africa, sub-Saharan. And did you not know the West Africa and the sub-Saharan areas was under whose rule?
Moroccan.
Morocco. Oh, well, what do you know? And the Negroes was used as a massive army. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why they keep saying that some people say we were already here? Of course. How do you think the Treaty of Peace and Friendship happened? Because you were already here. Our people is already here. Been here. You can go way back. But again, that goes back to a time where the land was one at one particular time. And even when the great earthquake happened, et cetera, we've been traveling back and forth ever since, creating trade, et cetera, commuting. It's been going on for years. This trade is nothing new. It's not. It's nothing new under the sun. I keep saying that. And once you start taking this into consideration, now you understand because, well, West Africans, the Negroes who joined the Moroccan Empire army Well, what happens when people come together? What do? By natural design. Anybody. What do people do?
The good things
Start to
that come
mate.
from
They start to mate. It's exactly what happens. They start to mate. And when they mate, well, you are now included into the society, et cetera, and so on, right? Simple. Well, we also know throughout the history of it, Negroes owned a lot of part of the Moroccan territory, where even great generals and, wazirs and emirs and things of that nature. Understand that too. And everybody be like, well, I can't understand what's what. First of all, land is land. You made a separation of the land. Land is connected all throughout the earth, whether it flows all the way down to the bottom of the ocean and rides up to the beach, right? It's still land connected, is it not? Water just sits on top of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, use your senses. It's very easy to know. And remember, you can only control what you you can only be sovereign over that which you control or create. Right now, you occupy a space, and that space is called what for you?
Domicile.
The body.
Territory.
Territory. Okay.
Territory. Think about that. Simple. Simple, 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 simple. When you stop making this complicated and go back to the natural form of everything, earth is earth, land is land. All people are indigenous to the earth. Where the hell else are you going to go? Tell me, I'm waiting to know. Anybody? Where y'all going?
Back to the dirt.
You feel what I'm saying? Y'all got to break the curse of what they trying to tell you and the bullshit they trying to shoot to you. So even when it comes to us as people, as Noble Drew Ali said, hey, you guys, we're descendants of Moroccans. And we wouldn't said we're Americans. No, the hell we're not. We can't be. Then we said we're Indians. No, the hell we're not. We can't be. We're not from India. And not only that, this is a labeled term in an internal form of government. Can't be that either. I mean, you can if that's what you choose to place yourself as. That's cool, but look from a broader scope. Can't be that. Now, when you go back and read the treaties, the Moorish treaties and between Christian nations, like the Treaty of Madrid, Granada, and all of those things, then you will see the sovereignty. Moors never lost their sovereignty. Anybody they ever had treaty with, that if the government was to ever cease or people was to be displaced, they were to become ipso jure, which means subjects, Moorish subjects, right? But they never lost their nationality. And if they ever wanted to go back, they either had a right to quit the empire, or they had a right to what? It says no Moroccan governments will ever accomplish to those who choose to be still subjects in foreign lands. Can't do it because what? It goes back to what? Freedom of choice. It's what you choose. Are y'all hearing what I'm telling you? You see what I'm saying? Freedom of choice. Think. So what's your choice today? And this is one of the main things I want to talk about, because a lot of people, especially people who look like me, you're making complaints about so much. And I don't care who you are, whether you're European, you're whatever, it doesn't matter. All of y'all got a choice to abolish the government and go start another one. get with the people. And this is the thing. You ask for sovereignty, I'm giving it to you. If you let this pass your ear by, that's on you. Get with your people. Establish it. Oh, but guess what? You will be challenged. Why will you be challenged? Why would it be challenged?
Power is not easily relinquished. So yeah, power that's in
Don't
place is
even
gonna
say
want
that.
to fight back.
Don't even say that part. See, you got to remember what God said. I got to set an adversary for you to do what? To grow. Think about your life. If you're not challenged, how do we grow? How do we become who we are today if you've never been through the challenging things that you've been through in your life? How do you get there? It's not possible. You see what I'm saying? Hard times create strong people. Does it not? Look at nature. Come on. Look at your body. You can fracture your bones so much that it's just gonna grow back harder and harder the next time, over and over again. Correct?
Yeah, that's true.
That's life for you, though. And see, I think so many people are afraid of this. You're afraid. You're afraid to step out and be who you're supposed to be. And a lot of it goes back into hate, because people hate. They hate what they don't understand. That's the number one thing, too. See, it's not that you can't get to where you want to go, but you got to be able to look at your neighbor and remove that hate. Remove it from your heart. You got to be able to allow greater things to accomplish in your life, which means that everything that you do got to be for the greater good. They took you out of your tribes and separated you for a reason. Because if we can keep you separated, like I told you, there ain't even communities no more. Most people don't know they damn neighbor, literally. And y'all ain't got nothing to do with each other. Communities do what? They thrive together. But the communities don't have anything. So now we got businesses that's set up all across the nation, like Dollar General in every community. That's supposed to be mom and pop stores like it used to be. Where did they go? Where did it go? This is why it reflects back on us as the people. And this is what, if the people want to be great again, then you got to go back to work. You got to go back to laboring, producing. It's what you got to do. You got to go back to being your own. Stop allowing others to poison you in every single solitary way that it is. You got to take control of that again. Yes. Obviously. And guess what, guys? Our friend, Mr. Purdy, is still here. He must love this. He's talking about y'all. Y'all listening? You listening too, dumbass. You look stupid, to be honest with you, but it's shit like that you would never say in nobody's face. That's what cowards do, and we know that. But I just told you, I gave you all the game you just asked for, and I bet it went over your head. You didn't understand shit I just said. And I literally talked about sovereignty for you and told you exactly what you can do. So go get your family together. Go get the people together that just like you, that got the same type of mindset. Go sit down and write a constitution. Don't say it can't be done, because if you say it can't be done, then why the fuck is you in the United States? Because they did it, dumbass. Yeah. Stupid. Stupid is, stupid does, right? Win stupid prizes. You know, we're going to give you the stupid prize today. That's the prize we're going to get. We're going to give you that today.
His intelligence is really showing.
But see, this is the thing though. People like that want what they want, but they ain't got no respect of others to even get it. And you know what? I tell you what I do for you, Mr. Robert. I'll give you a whole free session of whatever you want if you come see me in my face. How about that?
That's not gonna happen.
I know, but I'm gonna open the opportunity for you. I'm gonna give you free whatever you want over here. I don't even vote for Donald Trump. That's another thing. But whatever you want here, you can get it for free. Just come see me in person. That's all we need.
And just keep doing you, man.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna always do me. Y'all chill. I got it. I'm 38, y'all. I'm grown. I got this. I love to smoke. When it come, I don't care for it, but hey, I ain't got no problem getting it back. But I know people though. I know people who really bout something. And those people are really standing on something firm and with their families, like you guys are in here right now. So what I'm telling y'all is this. Thank you, too, is for running up the comments for me. I appreciate that. Just made an extra $200 off of you today alone. Thank you. Appreciate that. That'll go to somebody for free. But like y'all got to listen to this though. Like this, but see, this is what y'all dealing with while you're trying to heal in this country. You got people like this that don't see the greater good or how to follow into the greater good of things. They don't know how to do it. They're so angry that it's not them. Remember, people are mad because it's what? It's not them. It's not you. Man, I've been studying for a long time. And I ain't always get it right. I went through a lot to make sure y'all could get it right. And we still going. Still pushing. It's amazing. And you know what? This is the reason why I let you stay here, because my sister told me something. She said, guess what? She said that your table will be prepared in the presence of your enemy. And that means the enemy is at the table. It's all right. You can see us eat. You can come in here and listen to the great things that's happened to great people in here. We'll let you stick around. It was for you to see. God said it was for you to see. It was for you to know. You know, I think God even created you specifically just to hate. He created you to be the adversary on the other side so we could continue to grow in heart and remove our emotions from people like you. It's what we need. So we ain't going to move it out the way. You can stay. You can enjoy. Just be mad. Take your time. I'm glad you're taking your time to help us. So sovereignty, guys, is really what you want. But y'all have to go start at the top. Go read international law. Go read the Law of Nations. Go read that. Start there. Everybody has a right to a nationality. Everyone. Everyone has the right to freely leave and come back to the state that they choose. Always. That's a natural divine right. Do you even know why that is said so? Because that is a divine law that the earth belongs to all people. You can travel anywhere in this world that you want to.
Facts.
That's what y'all got to understand. That's why the international law itself is so divine. Because it goes back to the very same reason why I told you the ants have sovereignty over themselves. Because that's a form of natural divine law. The wolves have a sovereignty over themselves. That's a natural divine law. The lions, the tigers, the bears, all the fish in the sea, etc., have their own autonomy, have their own form of government. And you can tell by how they move, how they structure, how they travel in packs, how they do things, right? Did you not know that if an ant come back and he does something that's not right or wasn't right, bro, the colony gonna slaughter him quick. And that shows you what? Autonomy. Does it not? So the question is, why are you at a place? So they say there's 3 branches of government, but there's a 4th branch. What is that 4th branch?
The people.
There you go. Say it one more time
We
for
the
the people
people.
in the back.
We the people.
It's the people. No, Robert, you don't get to talk. You get to sit there and listen like a little 2-3-year-old. It's what you're gonna do, and throw temper tantrums. That's what you're gonna do. You don't see. I control this shit. You're here under my rule right now. You're a subject in God We Trust Academy podcast. You're my subject. So sit there, listen, and keep commenting and do what I say. Say all the nasty things you're doing. I run this shit. I'm your master today. So, guys, anybody else in here got a testimony? Anything you guys want to say? What's up, Isaiah? Talk to us, bro.
It's not really a testimony, but I got court Thursday, so I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, tell us. So what you got for court? Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can help you a little
It's
bit.
a case. I filed a 1099-C
Mhm.
because they have it written off as a bad. They wrote it off on my wife's credit report as a bad debt written off
Mhm.
on the account. I did a motion to for discovery. So I'm just waiting. It's gonna be good though.
Exactly.
Feel
So
it.
if they wrote it as a charge off and sent it to the IRS, they would have to do that specifically since it is a charge off as well, and they would have to count that as a loss. And if it's already been counted, then there is no reason to even speak on that matter anymore anyway. So that's another thing.
Oh yeah, and then I'm about to turn around and hit the lawyer with a countersuit for malicious practice or malicious prosecution. You're trying to sue me for what?
Well, you're dealing with the lawyer, correct?
I'm in court right now, but I am.
No, I'm
I've
saying
been
they have a
writing back.
lawyer. They have a lawyer, correct? It's not the
Yeah, they
prosecutor
can.
only deals in state matters. So what you're doing is dealing with a lawyer who's bringing a civil claim, correct?
Yeah, the
Okay.
lawyer. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we clarify that. So it's not really you can get them for other stuff though, because what happens is that they're in fraud of what they were doing. So you can get them for fraud, misrepresentation, and stuff like that as well when you're done with the situation. So
I'm gonna get it.
just so you know that's what you get to do. So I know you're gonna win, bro. Just keep going, and always appreciate you and your family, man, for all the great just suggestions and gestures to me and my
Appreciate you, man.
family as well. Always. So I appreciate you. What's up, Chris Knight?
How you doing, bro?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing better, man. I was in the hospital and then I got the flu and then now I'm just getting back on track, man. So everything's good. I'm alive. I'm well. Can't complain.
Well, I'm
Thanks for sending
glad
me
you
that
out here,
song,
bro.
bro.
You say what
Yeah, we
now?
out here, bro. I said thanks for sending me that song, bro. It's
Oh
fire.
man, I appreciate it. Nah, for real, man. I said let me send this to bro and see what he think of it.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, it's only 2 minutes, bro. Like, I need this to be longer, bro.
It was just one day I was in the studio, bro, about 5 minutes. I wrote something and just went in, man. It was just one of those days. But I appreciate it though. So how can we help you today? What's up? What you got going on?
No, I just want to say thank you because with the information that you provided, I hit the leasing company at where I live at. I hit them, or actually where my mom stays. I'm trying to help her out with her rent. So what I did was I did a money order and full satisfaction for a quarter satisfaction for full satisfaction of the entire lease agreement, and they're still trying to collect rent. So what I did is I
Did they
filed a
cash it?
declaratory.
They cashed that
Yeah,
money
they
order?
cashed. Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, so I got a declaratory judgment and an injunction already filed. So I'm getting ready to take them up through there. So it's already filed, and I would have never known about that if it wasn't for you. And I would have never known about the declaratory judgment and injunction if it wasn't for you. So I want to come on here and give you your flowers. I haven't been able to be on any of the work sessions. I've been popping in here and there, but I had a tooth infection that had my whole face swelled up, bro. They had to pierce my face and drain all this crazy stuff out of my face. So I haven't really been able to, be on here, but I've been seeing you, I can tune in here and there, but I just want to say thank you and give you your flowers and give my testimony that you've been helping me out with that. And I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you, bro, as always being here and your participation, man. Keep going. Keep on going. You got something again for us, Mr. Cassio?
Yeah. This is regarding the reporting agencies. So what I did was I sent them that that letter you gave us a while back regarding what was it? Where we were charging them $2.8 million for the stuff they've been reporting.
Right.
So they ignored that. It was the affidavit. It was the affidavit. I forgot the name of it. And they just ignored it. They said, we received something, but it doesn't seem like it came from you. So because that, we're just going to ignore it. I said, okay. So I gave them another notice. They kept on ignoring it. I gave them one final notice recently, telling them, hey, if you don't do this, what I ask you, if you don't prove this debt, and I gave them the method of verification, then I'll be filing 1099 INT for $2.8 million. And I will also file 34, the whistleblower document to show, like, for the income that you generated, to pay tax on them on that money. And guess what happens this morning? Like when I woke up, I received a call from Capital One, and it's a manager from the what they call it, the recovery team. And she says, Mr. Bashir, we received some documents, blah blah blah. But you opened this account and you used the card. I was like, ma'am, it doesn't matter. I can go to Facebook and open an account. Doesn't mean I'm the one who did it.
Right.
So I said, I need proof of the consideration and loss that actually Capital One actually lost. And since you guys charge it off the account, why aren't you guys providing the 1099-C? They're like, well, no, we don't do 1099-Cs. You're going to have to take that to the IRS. I was like, no, ma'am, you stated that you charge it off the account. That means you claim some sort of a credit through your tax filings. So that means since you discharged the debt, that means I'm supposed to get my 1099-C, making it an income to me. She said, no, there's no 1099-Cs and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, so now I want you guys to do this. For all the accounts that you guys reporting, I want you to do through this verification method that I stated on those documents. If you cannot provide that, then you guys need to stop reporting things. Then she transferred me to another manager, and the manager actually took all the information down. He said, okay, Mr. Bashir, we apologize for the misunderstanding, and I will forward this to the appropriate department, and we will get back to you. So she took my phone number and, my email address and whatnot, basically. But, I consider that a win because now it got their attention.
Facts. No,
It
I
got
do
their
too, because
attention.
again, you just think about it, like, and this is y'all hearing what he said, right? A lot of y'all send something and it's just over. Like, oh, they didn't listen to me. No, you're gonna listen. I got something for you. And then they finally got in touch, like, okay, yeah, we don't want to be responsible for 2.8 million. Like, y'all need to come up with something. Talk to this dude. Say something. So, again, and that's one reason why the CF. What is it? CFPB? What is it? What's it called?
Yeah, CFPB.
Yes,
Yeah.
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
That's why they're getting sued right now. That's why they finna be sued. They getting shut down, sued, all kind of stuff at the same time. Like, it's crazy. But the point is this is why. It's so much fraud going on. And it's like, that's the reason why they wanted to stop TikTok and stuff like that, because it's too much of it being put out so fast, rapidly, and they can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, okay, y'all notice that Donald Trump won his lawsuit against Facebook and Instagram and those things, correct? Y'all know that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Man. It was some
Yeah, I
millions.
think he's
How
like
many,
40
how much
million
was
up.
it?
I think he's up like between the CNBC for defamation of character and Facebook and Instagram. I think he's up like 40 million. I posted about that the other day.
So that's
Meta's
listen,
paying
learn
Trump
from
25
that.
mil.
You say what, Isaiah?
25 mil from the lawsuit.
Learn from that. Think
We need
about
to
that.
start suing everybody.
No, for real. I really want y'all to like pay attention to what happened. Not just us hearing that he won the lawsuit. Like, no, what happened? Go back to remember, they took this man off of all these different accounts, silenced him. You know who else could get paid? I don't know why he ain't. Farrakhan. That man can go get his money too.
Oh yeah, they did
did him
him
the
dirty
same
too.
exact way, did they not? Same exact way.
Facts.
So look at what occurred. And look at why was they trying to, if everything that he was saying was just bullshit, why? You see what I'm saying? Why? If everything he's saying was bullshit, then why say why stop him from saying it if it don't mean nothing? Obviously it had to mean something, and then you stop him, and then he wins the lawsuit. Come on now, think about it. How many of you guys, so if he won his lawsuit from being stopped from saying this, and that, shut down his account, what about the rest of y'all that got y'all account shut down? What should you be doing?
Injunction?
Same thing.
The same thing. Go read his case. Do the same exact thing.
Especially from during COVID.
See, that's why I keep saying being observers. Observe. A lot of us was shut down from a lot of different things from these accounts, from freedom of speech, from saying a lot of different things. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, we're going to imply back to freedom of speech. Yeah, because you just got the shit suit out of you. Of course you're going to do it now. And you don't want every individual coming back. And as soon as he come on there and make that announcement, that should let everybody know that if you got your accounts taken down or whatever, you got a right to what? Sue right now. Full lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I should have got my account taken down. I wasn't thinking.
Say you should have got yours taken down.
Yeah, I'm trying to get paid too.
But nah, like and this is the reason why I say, like, when stuff happening, it's hard to see everything when it's happening. But when you get to step back, wait after a couple years, and you get to look and be like, dang, this is what transpired from that. He said he was gonna get y'all. Got you. Learn from that, people. It's so many situations. And remember, I keep telling y'all, they always give you a choice when they do those, what do you call those lawsuits? Those, y'all know what I'm saying.
Class action.
Class action lawsuits. Don't take the class action lawsuit. No. You don't do that. You read the case, put together the information for yourself, and sue for yourself for what you want.
What about when they send you the check for the class action you didn't even know was even in progress?
That's that's one thing too. But don't take it. Because once you take it, you are waiving your own rights to sue for yourself.
And you only get a fraction of
And you only get a fraction. If it's 1 million people involved and it's like $2 million, then okay, then you get what I'm saying? $2 for everybody.
That's funny. I was actually looking up before I got sick. There's a website where you can see like all the class action lawsuits, and Patreon. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Patreon. They got sued for leaking your video data information to Facebook. So if you had Patreon linked to Facebook, there's a class action lawsuit. And what I did is I created a claim and I sent it through. I gave them a notice and they didn't answer. So now I'm going to take it to federal court because they violated federal law.
See? Now,
What's that? What's the website you talking about? I'm trying to look that up too.
I'll pull it up now.
It might be called Top Class Action Lawsuits.
I'm gonna tell you guys something else too. Like somebody okay, for anybody that's having trouble with, somebody said, what do you do when the judges refuse to acknowledge your paperwork and Wake County is removing documents from my case? Well, what you have to do is, the first thing, Don, is do you understand due process of law? And when you want something done, everybody always look for equity in law, like in these courts. What's equity in these courts? Because equity is in every court. So can anybody on here want to explain what equity is in these courts before I do?
Motions.
Give them a better than that. Because motions, you got to understand what motion is. Motion requires performance, correct?
Correct.
Equity demands what? Performance, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So that's equity. Anytime you do a motion for whatever, then you're asking for equity. Everybody's so busy trying to look for a court of equity. Well, all courts have equity in them. That's the reason why you're able to make a motion to dismiss for failure to state a cause or action to grant relief. That's equity. Or you're making a motion for discovery. That's equity, because you have a right to what? You have a right to something. So something that you have a right to, you get to demand that right and receive it in performance. So if you make a motion to compel the plaintiff to show the original promissory note, etc., then it's all about asserting your right. Because these lower courts have limited jurisdictions. So once you assert your right, you have to assert it at the very beginning, no matter what. Doesn't matter if they hear it or don't hear it, just as long as you make sure that you file it, because when it comes time for the appeal and the appellate court is able to hear constitutional matters, then what happens? What happens?
They have a jurisdiction.
Well, the thing is that now you didn't waive your right. You never waive. See, y'all got to understand this. If you don't assert your right, you waive it. Anything that you don't assert is considered an automatic waive, because there has to be a default in what you consider in this system and in commerce. Y'all understand that?
Indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
Understand that?
Say that again.
I just forgot what I said. Somebody said it for me. You think I'm playing? No bullshit. I literally just went blank.
I got distracted by something.
You said there's always got to be a default in the court system.
Facts.
So you always got to assert your rights. Otherwise, we're gonna waive and lose our rights. So we got to always assert them.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, got it.
Equity aids the vigilant.
Absolutely. So you have to assert that right at the very beginning, no matter what happens. And we got to understand perseverance. Even if you have to persevere all the way to the Supreme Court, always assert your right. And if they see your right was asserted at the very beginning, then they have to what? They have to hear it. Got it? It's very important, guys. Seriously, that you know these things. Stop allowing them to come into court and just do any and everything and just run clean on through these sessions like you don't have certain rights. And just assert them. Don't go into court and get a contempt. You see what I'm saying? And then really you can just, okay, well, if they tell you to do an evaluation, say, okay, well, I'll agree to an evaluation if everybody in the court agrees to an evaluation. Otherwise, I'm going to ask, are you discriminating against me? See how that works? Simple. Can you do a motion to vacate later after you know your rights? Absolutely. There is no statute of limitations when it comes to fraud. So you can go back and say, hey, you can vacate the judgment, you can reopen the case based upon newfound evidence, etc. But you have to always assert those rights, no matter what. Has to be done, family. Has to be done. And this is the reason why, like, people live and die off paperwork, but you can put all the stuff in there, and if you go in there and act like they don't hear nothing you said and you didn't, like, okay, you just let it go by. That means you waived everything that you said on paper. But just because someone types up a piece of paper doesn't mean that you're prepared to know what's going on in court. Because if you want the judge to move on your behalf or even move at all, you have to do what, family?
Motion to court.
Motion to court.
Motion.
It's important to know that. And this is where we all are sitting and fighting at this particular point when it comes to this. Hey, see, somebody said I used the same scenario at work when they tried to drug test me. I told them if everybody agreed to grab the cup, then I'm down. I know that's real. Because otherwise, it's singling you out. So, yeah, you can do a random drug test, but it has to be random drug tests of everybody in here. So, if you're going to randomly do me today, then we're randomly doing everybody. Everybody, including you. Otherwise, I feel like I was picked on. This discrimination. Seriously. It happens. We just got to make sure that we stand firm, guys. Like, don't be afraid, yo. This your life. And it's how serious you're going to take this matter. And if you don't take it serious, then they're going to just play with your life. They'll hang they'll hang football numbers over your head for nothing. And still, I'm watching these particular shows and everything like that where people are doing crazy stuff again, over and over and over again, where these officers are constantly violating the people. And it's going to continue to happen because the people do not what? You do not assert your right. So therefore, you fully agree. Do y'all understand?
A lot of that be programming because they don't want they know people are standing up and they want people to stay scared. That's why they showing all these cops violating folks.
Absolutely. And then this is another thing to like. I always talk about contracts. Read your contracts. Most people do not read their contracts. Read your contracts thoroughly, word for word. You run up on words that you don't understand, even words you think you know. Go look up the legal definition of them. It will blow your mind about what they're actually saying to you. Sit down and actually read it. And when you do, whether it's mortgages, etc., mortgages got to follow chain of title. Everybody has to declare their security interest. If you do not perfect your security interest in any form of loaning, renting, promise to pay, or anything like that, then it's considered to be what? You lose your security interest, correct? That also means if they take forms of security deposits, etc., for your particular stay and at some apartment or house or whatever, that means they have to do a what? They supposed to perfect their security interest by a UCC, correct?
Yes.
Makes a difference, don't it? Makes a difference. They still got to follow the rules. The rules of commerce will never, it's there. They have to follow those particular rules. So read your contract. If they tell you that you're supposed to be in a gated community and et cetera, and then you ain't never had a gated community, then that's what?
Read your contract.
Breach your contract. Simple. If you being charged for the accessories like the cameras and all of this type of stuff and they don't work, then what? What is that?
Breach your contract.
Breach your contract.
Of trust.
Y'all got to start like leveraging what you have. A lot of people depend on negotiable instruments process and think like, oh, well, that's just it. I don't need to know anything else. That's just like the last time we was on here and I was telling you guys like, hey, the guy who came in here and spoke to us, was it you, Larry Dobson? Was it you last time we was in here that spoke about self-inflicted pain?
Oh yeah, Larry.
It was Larry. Bro, I thought that was freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fire. You see what I'm saying? Because I understood it exactly. Like, I immediately understood. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's brilliant. Like, because it is self-inflicted pain. I didn't make you go buy this debt. You bought the debt. So how a third party going to hold me for something they did wrong? And you knew the risk of it from the beginning because you took the risk from someone else. That was beautiful. So we just got a simple way to get rid of every single freaking third party. no matter what, because it's self-inflicted pain. Prove where I'm the one that caused you the damage and loss, because you're the one that bought the debt. I didn't make you buy it. It's a self-inflicted pain. That's just like I walk down the stairs and I hurt myself and I come in and say, I'm suing y'all in work sessions. I fail. And y'all like, well, damn, bro. Like, how you gonna sue us? What we do? I ain't tie my shoes. You see what I'm saying? That right there.
Bro, I just remember something. Can I add, bro?
Go ahead.
So there was a case. I think you remember. One Main Financial basically sued me in Ohio for a loan for like $16,000, and they wanted $20,000+ plus, attorney fee and whatnot. I got that court dismissed. That case was dismissed. Basically the attorney sent me, or the court sent me a document saying this case has been dismissed with prejudice, right? Now, about 5 months later, I get a call or a letter from a debt collector saying, hey, we acquired this debt and we are working on behalf of One Main, account number, blah, blah, blah. And how would you like to pay? So I literally just said to them,
You went silent. What you say?
basically the case was settled, right? And the debt collector was trying to, collect on something that was already settled in court. And I told them, like, send me what you got. So they just sent me the account details, like, the payment history and the statements, whatnot. I sent them the letter and plus, the court order. They said, oh, we didn't.
Going out again.
I don't know what's going on. But basically, they stopped because of what I produced.
Right. So now you get to do what? Because that's form of harassment. That was fraud. See, I always say this. Anytime that there's a dispute, there's monetary damages. Every single time they harassed you. Got it?
Yes, sir. And I
If they
might as
removing
well just,
if they removing stuff off y'all credit report, that's monetary damages. They owe you money. That means what they did was fraud.
Right. And I forgot to mention, when I was speaking to Capital One, they literally said to me that there's an attorney supposed to represent you on your file. I was like, what attorney? I never hired no attorney. And how does this attorney have access to my files? They said, well, they did not call in. They produced a document that you actually gave them the go ahead to do so. I was like, I never hired no attorney. Can you give me the information to this attorney and remove it from my file? They said, okay. And now it's like I might have to go after a Capital One for leaking my private information to an attorney that I don't even have no contract with.
That's another thing. That's another thing. That's another one. Gave away your private information. Wow. That's a good one, bro. For sure.
Wouldn't that be theft of property?
Yeah, that's theft of property as well. Absolutely.
Yep, and I asked them, well, where can I send my documents? They gave me something about general corp, whatever, an address in Utah, and I'm gonna put all my documents together, and I'll also add a fee for the damages that they caused me, and they're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, tell them to send proof of that document, though, for sure.
What, the attorney document?
Yeah, you want to see it. If they presented it, you got the right to know if they say it's yours.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
Get that too. All right, Neil. What's
Thank
up,
you, bro.
Neil? What's up, Neil?
So, man, hey, so I filed my declaratory judgment about a week ago, and the the car people are, they're talking about repossessing the car, all the things. I'm waiting for the court judge to get back to me. I believe you said in one of your teachings that you put something in the paper to put all the repo companies on notice. Is that something I can purchase through the website, or do you remember?
I don't got no document like that. I was just, making a statement. You can do that as
Okay.
well, but
Yeah.
that anybody that comes and take you do not fully agree, and anybody that takes it's a form of breach of peace because you're not in agreement, and it's a civil matter between them and whoever, and they have to show that they're a part of the actual contract as well. Which if there's no
Gotcha.
contracting, then again, it's your win.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, Empress, Majestic Earth.
Yes, yes, yes. So from that guy, Mr. Larry, the other day, speaking about LNNV with whoever them people is, right? They actually on my credit report too. So I gave them a call the other day, and the collection account that they had reporting, they deleted it immediately just for me saying exactly what he said. I you.
Facts. So now monetary damages, that was fraud. Go get some money.
Yes, that part right there. So all the collection accounts, like you said, any ones that I have on there, I'm going to do the exact same thing, and then I'm gonna sue everybody. It's suing season. Let's go.
Got to. And I'm gonna tell you who is an expert in that manner too as well. Y'all can go check out Residual Joe. If y'all don't know him, I see him post a lot about that. That's what he do. He lives to sue debt collectors. So check him out. But you definitely can go sue for sure.
And one other thing, that motion that you had, you remember I had spoke to you about the 1 million financial trying to sue me, and I got the case dismissed, and now they went back. So I put in another motion with the same thing, requesting the original contract and things of that nature. I haven't got a court date yet, so I'll let you guys know about my win on that as well.
For sure, you're gonna win. They have to give you a motion for the hearing in the first place anyway. So a hearing for the motion in the first place. So you definitely gonna win. Absolutely. What's up, Hutch?
All right, Eric. Man, in the middle of a presentation, I got a call from a friend that I had put a motion in to help with them. They were about to be evicted, and the court they evicted her, but I put in a motion to compel for the discovery of a original note and what else? The other motion was for a court of equity, like you had shown us, and they responded back to the individual and told them that they're giving them a date now to hear, because initially the magistrate or the tribunal administrator didn't want to hear anything that they presented. Like, we're not hearing that. What you gonna do? And just basically got them thrown out of the situation. Now they're giving them a date to listen, because in spite of what that administrator tried to do here in Harris County, my friend had emailed the clerk of court or the court these motions, and now they're going to hear on them. So that was kind of like a testimony of victory.
Absolutely, it's a testimony. All of this is a testimony because, again, anybody in here a lawyer? Anybody went to school for any of this? No, we've been in here learning and studying ourselves.
So that's a testimony of the free work session, for the individual who said, "What are we getting out of this?"
That individual gone. He been long gone since I said I was his master.
I got another point I want to now on the 1099-C, when the companies send you that back, right? I kind of missed that part when homie was speaking on that, right? Now that's money you can file to get the money out of the 1099 INT or 1099A or B to make it to get our interest out of that, since the company canceled the debt and that money no longer belongs. They're saying that this debt is not ours. Now we can hold them accountable by making them pay, right? Am I making
it's
sense?
Different. Like I say, it's just like I say, like most people did not do what they were supposed to do at the very beginning. Because remember, It's how everybody did a blank endorsement. So go back to the beginning if you want to do all of that. You got to go back to the beginning, make your correction on that situation, your letter of intent on it, giving them the opportunity. And then now you go and make a claim on the actual security. You can do a 1099A for that particular situation. And if they don't answer, like I said, okay, when they don't answer, or let's say, let me use it in this matter. Let's say that you find out you do a UCC 11 search and there was no perfected interest on it, right? You don't see one.
Right.
So now you get the right to go and do an abandonment of security. So they abandoned it. So you put the vehicle was abandoned on the 1099A, the actual value, et cetera, all of it like you're supposed to do. And then also, if they didn't make a claim on the note, you do the same thing on it, right? And now you got the right to say, okay, well, if they bought it at a discount, what discount was it bought at? Do a 1099 OID or 1099 INT based upon the interest, et cetera, that has been created from that as well. So it's just knowing, it's all a process. It's not something you just jump up and like go and do. You have to be able to know they abandoned these specific things. You get what I'm saying?
Right. It is pertaining to a credit card for someone I know. And but I get where you're going with that. Yeah.
I just like to do it in that way because that's the same type of methods they try to pull on you. If you ever notice, like, they don't give you any form of documents and stuff like that until it's time for them to like make a claim on the security of the house. Like if they doing the mortgage, they're gonna do a 1099A to say you abandoned the security and now they got the right to it and all of that. Well, and that's how you know they do these charge-offs again. So understand that as well.
And I got one last thing. Last week I was talking about my the 1040 situation where they were, had sent me this notice with the intent to levy and all this other stuff. So I'm about to get some stuff mailed off, but as I'm looking at the 843, gonna send that in the intent. I was thinking about combining parts of what was that? It was about the money order part as well, where I was going to submit, hey, here's the 843 for the abatement of the monies of the taxes that you say I owe as well. If that's not acceptable, I was going to throw in that paragraph about here's a money order, a money order for lawful money to cover the alleged debt if this isn't accepted as well.
Well, I think you can remember what I told you to do, right?
Yeah. I'm actually I've actually got that kind of together right now to get out to date. But I'm just sitting here just thinking about that and just thought I'd just
absolutely
run that by you. But yeah, well, my friend, they're gonna bring them person back to court. Now I guess on that one we need to start making claims for monetary damages since they forced them out of the building that they were living in. Correct?
Right. Absolutely. The girl, what's her name? Jordan, whatever. I can't remember her name. We were supposed to be doing something, but like I asked you to do something specifically for me, which is write down everything that happened, and you just sent me a bunch of documents. And I'm not gonna do. I don't know. It's still not telling me anything. I need you to write down everything that happened. That's the only reason, because I was actually ready last Monday. That's exactly what I was gonna do. But the fact that I didn't get what I asked for is the reason why we haven't done that yet. So if I ask y'all something for specifically, yes, it's time consuming, whatever, but it's even more time consuming for me to put this together for you as well. So I need you to do exactly what I asked. If I say I'm gonna do something for you, then I need you to do what I'm asking you for. So, and I'm asking you to literally write everything down that happened. Everything. Word for word. Every small detail that you can think of, I need to know. It's going to help the case. But you just sending me documents and text messages, stuff like that, it still doesn't say anything. It doesn't prove anything about what the officers did, how this time, what time it happened, etc. I need all of that. So if you can hear me, if you ever run across this video or whatever, for anybody wondering why we haven't done that yet, that's why.
Affidavit, basically, you said.
Yeah, I gotta have it. Without it, it's hard for me because I don't know your story. So I need you to tell the story so I can see and look at due process. And then I can recognize what has been done and what hasn't been done, what was supposed to be done, etc. But if you take that away from me, then I'm just looking at a bunch of text messages between you and another individual. And it's like, okay, well, I need more than that because this doesn't say what happened that day. It doesn't even speak on the damages that was done, pulling you out your house, all of that stuff. Like, so I need what I need. Do everybody understand that in here?
Yeah, you gotta write a
Yes.
specific word for word. I've had to do that in a court before when I was
Well,
in a joint.
I got to get ready to go to take baby girl, go get her checkup for the day. I appreciate you guys, man. And today was just a jump start day. So we kind of winged it. We will be prepared for a special class come Wednesday. And for the days for the gold members, I'm going to do special classes for you guys as well. So for the days that we do miss, I do owe you that. So I'm going to do that for you during February. I'm always going to deal with you in equity and be honorable in what you have already paid for. So I'm going to do that for you for sure. Just give me some time. And what it's just me. If you on here too, I still got y'all on the chat GPT. Don't worry about it. We're gonna knock all of it out in due time. But give me time because again, I've been sleeping 3-4 hours a day at the most. So
Get your rest.
y'all just bear with me. And no, I'm not doing consults right now. And I think I was supposed to have something with somebody. I think it was Felt, Dr. Felt, or somebody, whoever. Was I supposed to do with you? I waited, but we can reschedule for your one-on-one with the Ultimate Consumer class as well, and those things. And I don't know, somebody sent me so much stuff the other day, and I'm like, yo, I don't need all of this. If you go back and listen to the Ultimate Consumer class, I told you exactly what I need. I didn't need everything in your whole life from every single business that you did. Like, I didn't ask for that. I said W-2s, 1099s. That's what I asked for. And people been sending me like long lists of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not your tax preparer. I said I was going to prepare the document and affidavits that you're going to send in for the 843. I give you an idea on how to file and what you need to put with it, but I'm not doing it for you. I'm not preparing tax papers for you guys. It's not what I'm doing. I just want y'all to know that. So, and I know people like, well, no. I'm not doing that. I'm just going by what I said I was going to do specifically. All right. And if we just happen to, you get a little bit more out of me, which what usually happens because that's just the type of person I am, because I love what I do, then just take it for what it's worth and go on about, handle your business. So I appreciate you guys for the day, man, and bearing with us through our time. And, we all kind of off schedule here. I just seen somebody pop up and say, hey, I didn't know work session was going. We didn't tell anybody. We just kind of fell in and jumped in, and then we had people like, hey, I'm going to try it today. I think he's going to be in here. So, yeah, we in here. And we will be in here from this point on until something else, takes place. We're going to finish February up, and then I'm going to actually take a break and prepare some things for the spring and stuff like that. Get ready for Seattle in June as well. That's going to be where our next conference is. Excuse me. And then September we'll be in Chicago, and then in December we will be in Nashville. So those are the next 3 conferences going to come up. I haven't decided what I'm actually going to do there, but I do got the location already down for you guys. And that is what we're going to have to do. So anybody that wants to be able to, I'll post a flyer up for you guys so you can know how to get in work sessions. It's easy. Go to Moorish National Republic 19 at gmail.com. Again, Moorish National Republic 19 at gmail.com. And just request to be placed in work sessions, and you will be. All right. Just so y'all know that, man. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the talk, man. Robert Purdy, man, we got nothing but love for you. Even we appreciate the hate. Congratulations. And I figured you wouldn't stick around this long. I knew you couldn't, because nobody likes to be told that somebody's their master. So I knew that. Like, trust me, that's why I said I got this. I know if I want him to leave, I know how to make people leave. It's fine. But It's all love, man. You know, those things come, man. I've been used to this type of stuff forever. People not liking me for whatever. I've been called crazy and all kind of stuff, man. So I could care less, bro. You know, we live and we making things happen the way that we see fit for it to happen in our visual. And, you know, we are in the we were traveling on into the fourth dimension. Everything is operating from a spiritual aspect instead of from a carnal fleshly aspect. So I give thanks to God for that as we continue to go forward on, right? So y'all have a great and beautiful day. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Thanks,
Thank you, Eric.
Blessings.
Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you.
Gratitude. Have a great
Enjoy the
day.
new baby.
Peace and love.
Kiss the baby.
Appreciate you.